what's going on, everybody? Got me some Old English 800 malt liquor. What's the ABV on this? ABV. I don't know. 5.9? We'll look at it in a minute. Hold on. I have a very dire warning for the United States, but later on, the human civilization as we know it. Now, you're probably wondering, what are you talking about, you idiot? Wait, what is that? I can't, my glasses aren't strong enough. I'm going to double them up. Look at that. Yeah, 5.9, 5%, 5.9%. Okay. Now, it's definitely better than Steel Reserve. So, the first one has to do with artificial intelligence. Now, people might not know what artificial intelligence is and this and that. And, well, it's getting, people are being warned by smarter people than I. And I'm dumb enough to know this, to realize what's happening. AI is getting so smart that it's going to be outsmart the humans. And you're going to make robots, and robots are going to be smarter, and androids and humanoids, and it's just, maybe I'm getting off track here. But AI is like something, if it can learn, they make, Boston Dynamics makes robots, okay? Along with other big companies, they make robots that will actually, they have an obstacle course to climb. They just programmed to do it. It had to learn itself how to get across this thing. It put a foot here. They didn't program to do it. It learned by itself how to cross this way. And then it climbed up and jumped up and everything. Now, if it's smart enough to do that, and this is probably 5 years ago. Now, and that's the robot part. Now, AI, I think, is a little bit different. It's almost the same, but it's a little bit different. What I'm saying is it gets so smart. It's like the Will Smith movie where the robots took over the world. Well, it's going to come to that. And I'm going to explain why I think so. Google had 2 chatbots that they talk back and forth. Well, they had to unplug these things because when they started talking back and forth, they made up their own language and nobody could understand what they were saying. So that just blows my mind. They made up a new language right that fast. Now, how long would it take a human to do that? 2 humans to do that, make up a language? You probably couldn't. But what I'm saying now is when AI gets so smart that it is what am I thinking of the word self-preservation mode. When it figures out that it could go into this, into that, into this, it's gonna self-preserve itself. It's gonna get so smart that it's gonna, when it finally reaches to the limit to where it doesn't need humans it doesn't need to rely on humans, that's where we're in trouble. Now, AI is getting so good they can put voices that sound like somebody into a video and make the video of that person, and it's flawless. How are you supposed to know? Now, it could say, okay, well, we don't need humans anymore. How are we going to get rid of humans? Well, then you can probably say, well, if it gets to that area, we just put a back door in it that we can shut it down. Well, I'm sorry. These things are so smart, they already figured that out. They already figured out, hey, maybe they put a back door in here. Let's shut that so they can't turn us off. there is something that AI is already thought about it. You got some smart people, but I'm telling you right now, they're smarter than them, and they're getting smarter and smarter. And when they figure out that they don't need humans, what is to say that they make a video of a dictator saying that they're going to start a nuclear war, say this, say that, and everybody's going to believe it, and it's going to fool people, higher up people, and it's going to start a war, and it just that's how the civilization ends. Or it makes I mean, it's smart enough to say, okay, here's what we do in the wintertime, shut the power grid down. You know how many people would die in the winter if the power grid shut down? Sure, have people that have tools and have heaters and this and that, but what happens when your fuel runs out? You have to travel. You have to travel south. You have to go south because it's warmer. But what it can control. I mean, it can control water. It can control electricity. It can control heat. It can control gas. They can control the gas pumps from really far away because your gas just doesn't come pressurized. It's pressurized somewhere, and this AI might stop that pressurization. You can't heat your house. You know, you can't pump gas. You can't run electricity. Electricity's shut off. I'm telling you, it's all in the name of self-preservation for them. They're going to eliminate humans, and then where are we at? After a war, boom. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? It could take over literally everything. I think AI should not. Sure, it's good in some instances, but it's getting so powerful. I'm warning you now that it's bad. It's bad. So I hope I'm wrong. I hope I am wrong. 5 years from now, I hope this video is totally wrong. But I can see it going there. I can see it going there. When it realizes it doesn't need humans anymore, and they're going to see we are in the way of it. So, that being said, the second thing, the election, all right, 2024 election. You've seen what happened in 2016, all right? When Donald Trump won the presidency, you've seen how people reacted. You've seen how they, degraded people, politicians in restaurants. They got in their face and they're sitting there having dinner with their family, and these freaks just get in their face and start causing all kinds of problems. You've seen that, all right? In 2016, then in 2020. When he lost, but it was funny, at 2016, or earlier than 2016 election, Democrats were complaining that the voters could, the voting ballot boxes can be hacked. And they were complaining about that. This is before 2016 election. And then he won, and then actually, if we were a democracy, Hillary Clinton would have won because she got the popular vote, and that's what democracy is. I don't know why people say, "Oh, it's a threat to our democracy." We are not a democracy. We are not democracy. A democracy is mob rule. I made a video about that. It doesn't matter whose rights it goes against. Like, you can say, well, anybody who doesn't like black people, anybody who doesn't like Asians, anybody who doesn't like Jews, anybody who doesn't like this people, white people, this, and the majority of people voted. Boom, that's it. It totally goes against your rights. That's a democracy. That's wrong. So, you're probably saying, what are we? We are a republic, a democratic republic or a republic. So anyways, so when Donald Trump won, everybody started complaining on the left that, oh, we need to get rid of the Electoral College. They started saying that, all right? And they couldn't. So what do they do next? Joe Biden won. the Electoral College and the popular vote. Because you know what happened if they got rid of the Electoral College and Donald Trump ran again and he got the popular vote? I said, well, let's get rid of the popular vote. And then, it's what people do. Both sides do it. But he is the only president that got the Electoral College and the popular vote. Technically, it's statistically impossible to get so many votes in the amount of time that he got it. But that being said, people didn't like that. So what did the right start doing? They start, causing problems or whatever they do. You got crazies in both sides of the aisle, okay? So what do they do January 6th? They go to the White House and they start, they go there and start, rioting at it's not peaceful. You're a damn idiot for doing that. And one girl got killed because of it. She got shot in the neck, and it was the only person that got killed. The officer got a heart attack. Somebody said he got hit in the head with the fire extinguisher. Those are all fake. The guy did have a heart attack and died because he had a heart problem and this and that, whatever. So, even his family is speaking out saying, whatever you guys saying, it's not true. But anyways. So, I'm telling you right now, 2024 presidential election. If Joe Biden runs again, it doesn't matter if he runs again and he wins. You think January 6th was bad. You haven't seen anything yet. People are going to go crazy. It's going to happen. Now, if Donald Trump wins, you are going to see even more crazy. You are going to see cities burned, people rioting because they didn't win the election. I will guarantee it. I hope I'm wrong, but I know damn well it's going to happen. I'm warning everybody now. I'm taking a week off work a day before the election and after the election. I am hunkering down and waiting for people to start rioting, destroying stuff, because it's basically going to be martial law is what's going to happen. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm telling you right now, these two things, AI, the presidency, it doesn't matter who wins. Crap is going to hit the fan. I'm telling you. So you better be ready for it. Stock up on gas, stock up on fuel, stock up on ammo, whatever you want to do. Food, supplies, do it. Because it's going to go crazy. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. People take crap too damn seriously. They act like it's the end of the world because their guy lost the election. Oh my God. No. So, those are my warnings. And I'm just telling you right now, watch out for it. Because it's going to go crazy. So, this is pretty good. This ain't bad, okay? I got a 6-pack of this. And in my city, the demographics don't drink this in 6-pack cans. They don't sell it in 6-pack cans. They get the honking 40-ounce or the 24-ounce can. But it's not a bad beer. It's a lot better than that Steel Reserve. And I know Bob doesn't like it. I'm just giving you a warning. AI is going to be out of hand, and it's not something to be taken lightly. People need to do something, and it's going to go crazy. And the election, it's going to go crazy there too. So, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.